So my indie game was too big, so I decided to pivot. I'm Chris, I'm an indie game dev. I'm making a game called Novajet. It's a survivor-like auto battler, like an auto shooter. Synthwave styly, you can wishlist it on Steam now. I'm also the co-creator of 10 Bells, which is a critically acclaimed anomaly horror game. Why did I change away from Novajet? Basically, I've decided to start making this new game called Orbs Orbs Orbs. It's a 2D puzzle game. And there's a few reasons as to why I did this. The first reason is that Novajet wasn't really getting much traction. I've been streaming on Twitch and posting on social media like Blue Sky and YouTube, and there wasn't really much traction. And I think it's because the visual style just doesn't really vibe with people. They don't want to really share it, which is fine because survivor-like games, they don't really look great. They kind of play great. That's what they're good at, right? So I was kind of feeling a bit frustrated with that, even though I know I shouldn't, but I can't help it. Like, it just wasn't getting much traffic. People weren't really seeming to be interested in it, and I kind of panicked. At the same time, I saw on LinkedIn this post where there's this thing called Radiance Cascades, and basically it makes a material look really cool, like on a background. And there was this tester level that I'm going to post up here so you can have a look, and there'll be a link in the description too. Basically, got this tester level out on Unity, had a bit of a play with it, and I thought, oh, there's a video game here. So I decided to pivot to a 2D puzzle game. Now, that kind of does sound crazy. Like, why are you going from a game on Unity and launching on Steam that's kind of like a wanted genre? So survivor-likes are a genre that do okay. Well, they do at least a lot better than 2D puzzle games. 2D puzzle games on Steam is ridiculous. Like, there are so many of them, and there isn't much of a market for them. So why am I deciding to pivot from this survivor-like game, Novajet, to Orbs Orbs Orbs, a 2D puzzle game? Partly it was because of the frustration of not getting traction, and partly it was the scope. So the scope of a game is really, really important because it determines how long it will take you before you start making money on the project. Since 10 Bells, me and Vin have been doing not terrible, but not amazing. We've been managing to pay mortgages. I've got a kid and I'm saving up for a wedding. So I've got a lot of expenses. So now is the time that I need the most money. And so it's a bit of a gamble making a 2D puzzle platformer like Orbs Orbs Orbs. It's a huge gamble. But one of the reasons why I wanted to pivot away from Novajet was because of the scope. I'll get something else under my belt quicker. And I wanted to be able to kind of practice contacting streamers and content creators like by myself. I did that with 10 Bells and it worked really well. And so part of me is thinking that with this 2D puzzle game, I've got something that other 2D puzzle games don't have, which is like experience in releasing a game on Steam. So I think that might be one thing that can push me over the edge. Also, this visual style, I think, really lends itself more to social media. So we'll have to wait and see if the social media kind of works with Orbs Orbs Orbs. You can wishlist Orbs 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 on Steam as well. So yeah, my game wasn't really... my game was too big, so I pivoted, basically. That's the blunt end of it. And we'll see in time if it pays off. Interestingly, while I was making Orbs Orbs Orbs, I nearly pivoted again to an even smaller game. But maybe that's a video for another time. What else has been happening? So I've been updating things like Twitch. So I've got Streamlabs now. And so you can watch me stream the development of Orbs 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 and Novajet in time. And I'm updating my Patreon. So if you want to support me making video games full time, then Patreon is a really good way of doing that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, obviously, and click the icon so that I can start getting paid. I'm a few hundred subscribers away from being able to get paid for my videos, which is really exciting. So that would be really cool to have another revenue source. Oh yeah, so my co-dev Vin is making Long Gone. If you haven't seen that already, then go check that out as well. Wishlist that on Steam. He's also streaming and he's doing a really good job of it. And I'm trying to follow in his footsteps in some sort of capacity. And he seems to have a kind of a knack for it, which is really cool. So that's what's been happening with me. I've pivoted away from NovaJet for now. It will be made. It's just been put on the shelf until Orbs 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 comes out. I've only got a few levels to make really, and the game's kind of done. That's one of the beauties about making a 2D puzzle platformer, is that with the skill set I've got, it took a really, really short amount of time. So it only took a few weeks because I kind of know what I'm doing by now. So that's a really good thing. Like a quicker turnaround time, shorter scope. I'm hoping those things will kind of pay off in the end. So watch this space. There should be a demo coming out for Orbs 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 fairly soon, in the next few weeks. Most people see the video as soon as it's launched. So yeah, check out to see whether or not you can actually play Orbs 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 on Steam now. And I'll see you in the next one.